So somehow, when I scheduled the stream, I managed to schedule it as 360. Don't know how that happened. You can't undo it once you've done it, and I I just didn't notice. I never click. I don't even need to click anywhere near that, so I don't know how it happened. But I hope you all enjoyed the VR experience. I thought it was fun. I think we should just do that every now and then. I think that should just be it. That should be what we do. Um, Let me see. I'm just editing the Discord. There we go. How is everyone doing? We all good? I hope we're all good. Oh my god. Wow. I can't believe that happened. I have gone quite a while without messing up. So it makes sense. That it would happen at some point soon. Gosh. Oh. Mm. Ugh. Mm. Susan wanted a laugh. Yeah, I forgot that Susan exists. She's out there doing her stuff, isn't she? Okay, this is a... Let's try and flip this down a bit, because I'm sitting back. Here we go. Is that better? Yeah, it's better. Ooh. Ooh. Twist that. And sorted. Let's see, what's going on there? Oh, someone on Instagram just asked what this ring is. Hold on. Someone on Instagram just asked what this ring is. It's a ring from a gin bottle, I think. I can't remember where, but it says E. You won't be able to see it, but I'll show you. Oh, is this how beauty tubers do it? Let's see, I don't know. You won't be able to see it. It says E pluribus unum on it. It's just a ring that I wear because I like it. I like playing with it. It's fun. I actually had to take it off because I did just get a new phone. Reluctantly got a new phone. Very glad that I could get one. But my old phone, the screen stopped working, and I need it for work. So I had to immediately go and get a new phone, which is good. I'm very happy to have a new phone, but it's just I exhausted like every avenue of like trying to find a way of not having to get this phone, but none of it worked out. Oh my god, why is this? Ugh. My sister was saying how there were only two genders whilst I was having my tea in northeastern England for dinner. See, you could just say dinner in that aspect. And when I tried to explain, I got called the F slur and the T slur. That's not good. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have stuck on that dinner thing. It gets better, Toby. Yeah, that sucks. I should game. I tried that once, and it didn't work when I tried to set it up. I've just not tried it again. I should probably do that at some point. I'll redo it. I didn't even know that it was an option. Yeah, the 360 is an option apparently. I am going to talk a little bit about slavery. I actually am going to talk a little bit about slavery just because it's very funny, right? So in a video on Snapchat, you check out my Snapchat. If you don't want to check out my Snapchat, which you should, you absolutely should check out my Snapchat. You can also check out my second channel. You should check out both of them. If you don't want to check out my Snapchat, check out my Snapchat anyway. You have to. This is the law. It's the rule. Does anyone call me Causa for a nickname? They used to. And I do get annoyed when people misspell my name. Yes. So, in my Snapchat video recently, I said that, what was it? I said, America was founded in white supremacy. The founding fathers owned slaves. And, another thing. Another very straightforward thing. Founded in white supremacy. The founding fathers owned slaves. What was the other thing? Oh, built on slavery, right? All of those things I think we can all agree are fairly true, right? You know, America, a fair amount of America was built by slaves. You know, it was built by slaves. Still Not Corey is the second channel, by the way. The founding fathers did own slaves, and there was not necessarily a lot of protections for black people when America started. White people were seen as being a bit superior. So yeah, I don't think any of that is too ridiculous. You know, I don't think it's too out there. I don't think it's too difficult to agree with. Anyway, A lot of people have been in my DMs mad at me for saying this and being like, "Oh, you don't understand slavery clearly. How many like white people do you think actually own slaves? How many black people own slaves? Black people own slaves as well." I'm like, "Okay, right. They're literally talking about a single case where someone sued to have someone in their servitude, and like that is the one main big case of that. Like there might be others, sure, but they're all using this one example of the one big case, and it's like if you all have to go to that one case, but like you can't specifically, like I could just say the founding fathers, and you've already got a bunch of slave owners. It's a bit imbalanced, right? Anyway, a lot of people have been trying to make up an argument for me, like, oh, this and that, like, oh, slavery was this, slavery brought people to America, blah 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 blah. Very funny, and also, I I put all this on my story. You might have seen it on my story, and then one of the people responded to me. They came back saying that nobody ever said slavery was okay, but you're creating a false narrative that this country was founded on white supremacy when there were thousands of black slave owners at the same time there were white ones. Here's the thing, man. I never said that anyone said that slavery was okay. I did not once say that. I just said it's really funny that like I said, these guys keep inventing arguments for me so that they can argue about why I'm wrong for about slavery. When I've said I said nothing really about slavery at all, other than the founding fathers owned slaves and America was built by slavery, which are two very fair statements. Like I can't believe those statements are enough for people to go nuts. Like obviously I said that America is founded in white supremacy, and there's a whole video along with it as well. But when it comes to slavery, like those are the things that I said. It's insane to me. And like the argument of like, oh, there were other slave owners of this, and people are like, what about like Hispanic people that own slaves? And I'm like, well, sure, they're bad too. Like that's, if you own slaves based on race, racist and bad, right? Like I just, it's so insane that when someone is talking about Americans in America, like, you know, like white Americans in America, that they always have to be like, oh, but what about these people elsewhere? It's like, okay, cool, but we're talking about your country now, right? Where there's still racism being felt against this group. So you can see how slavery led to where we are now and how it's still not better. So, someone was also like, oh, why do people always have to bring up slavery, like living in the past? I'm like, I was responding to a video where someone was saying that America wasn't founded in white supremacy. So if you're going to say it wasn't, of course I'm going to say, well, here's why you're wrong. Like, it's very funny. Like, people get very annoyed at the videos that I make, and then send me messages about things that I haven't said, begging for me to argue with them. I'm like, really, there's nothing to be gained out of arguing with these people. Really, absolutely nothing. It's just very funny watching them sit in my DMs. It's very funny watching people sit in my DMs, like, what is the word? Sit in my DMs and be like, oh man, like you're like, why do you care so much about this? Why do you care so much about that? And they're messaging me like every week. Like they don't follow me either. Like, bro, please find that something else to do. Like, you can do anything else. You don't need to type in "not Corey" on Instagram every week and send me a little message, tell me how much you dislike me. Like, it's not bothering me, bro. It's fine. There are better ways to spend your time. Like, what was it? Oh my god, actually, hold on. Let me read this one out. It's actually quite funny. It's quite sad actually, because oh, that was it. So it's this guy who messaged me on Wednesday last week, said you're a pussy. Fair enough. Cool. You might think I'm a pussy. I think he's also messaged me before, but he's deleted his messages. Yeah. Anyway, he responded to one of my stories saying, who asked? Which is interesting because he doesn't follow me. Again, this man does not follow me, but he went onto my account after going onto it on Wednesday. He went onto my account today, like 2 days later, and said, no, like, who asked? You know, like, oh, no one cares. Well, why are you checking my account regularly? And then he responded another story saying you're a moron. But I would argue that it is moronic to continually look at someone's story if you hate them. There are plenty of people who I don't like. Like, honestly, there are people that are influencers online that I just don't like at all. I just don't get on with, like, they don't vibe with me, and I just leave them be. right? Obviously the videos that I respond to when I make my videos are large conservative figures like PragerU or like Ben Shapiro or whatever. You know, there's a slight difference there between making a video saying, "Hey, what this person said very publicly is wrong," and DMing that person saying that you hate them. Like, it's so funny to me. What's going on in the chat? Is Discord popping? Head over to Discord and get in the Discord chat, and you'll be on screen. It's not stressful at all. It's fun, I promise. Oh yeah, I said that because I got an Instagram direct message, and I wanted to check my Instagram direct message. Yeah, I can't believe that, genuinely. Like, honestly, some of the messages I get really make me laugh. Like, someone today said that, well, if it wasn't for slavery, there would be way fewer black people living in America. I'm gonna be honest with you here, right? This is me going out on a limb. I'm gonna go for it. I think that it is worth having fewer black people in America if it means that slavery never happened. I know it's crazy, right? But I don't think that I don't think the number of people that are black in America is super important. I think maybe slavery is a bit worse than that. Like, I'd settle for that, like, what, 13% dropping down a bit if it meant that there was no slavery. It's just crazy. But yeah, what else? Oh my god, my back is cracking real nice. Ooh, I had something else in my noggin. A little thing cutting about in there. What was it? Did I see something on the screen? Maybe it was that. Did I see something on the screen? Or did I think of something in my head? I was talking about slavery. And why I think it's bad. Or not why I think it's bad, just that I think it's bad. Crazy you need to say that, but hey. Okay, I'm being a dick now. What was it? Was I reading something in the chat? I think I was reading something in the chat. It's amazing the life people will go to try and justify slavery in history. Yeah, it's like, it's weird. It's weird people saying, oh, there were benefits to it too, and actually it wasn't all white people. It's like, okay, sure, but like, if you're trying to argue that slavery is good or that it wasn't racist, that's a bit, come on. Let's just be real here. Let's stop and think about what you're saying, right? And then reassess. I know you want to disagree with me so hard. It's not that important. Generally, don't understand how some smart people can be conservatives because they have all the means to research and think critically, but then don't. I'm not even going to comment on that. Like, I don't know. I try and look into why people believe what they believe, like how they get to that point, because it's good for understanding and knowing how and why you disagree with them, and also like I couldn't have my beliefs if I didn't challenge them by trying to think something else. But no, it is baffling. I just don't get it. I don't get it hugely. I mean, I get some of it, but some other, like, a lot of it, it just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, hello, two people that know each other in real life have met in the chat. How lovely. Good for you, Asher and Toby. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad. Let's get the Discord chat in there. Hello, pop into the Discord chat. Oh no, I don't want to get copyright struck. Copyright. Oh no, my fucking light's gone out. There we go. Yes, of course I noticed you. You both are filling up the chat. Oh no, my bloody chat isn't there. Let's see, hold on. Let's work. There we go. Ouch. There we go. Some people seem to try and find the positives in obviously awful things like slavery, but then they'll be like, but the LGBTs are converting our kids by existing. Yeah, it's wild. Some crazy stuff. I genuinely get a lot of crazy messages, right? Like, people I feel like they just want to disagree with you and they will go to any length to do so. It is baffling. Asher and Toby, I'm very happy that you've met each other. please take the conversation somewhere else. Like, if you're talking to each other, you could talk in private, you know? Oh, dear me. No, I don't, look, so people weren't necessarily... Okay, so one person was kind of saying the positive element of slavery, but, Oh, that's very nice. No, they didn't explicitly say slavery is good, right? They were highlighting some of the more positive aspects of it. So I'm not gonna say that someone said it was good. It's just, it's like, I feel like when it comes to slavery, we don't need to sit and debate the nuances of all the benefits and like sort of what's the word, benefits and drawbacks of it, you know? Like, I think we can just say that's a bad thing, you know? We can do that. It's fine. You know, it's like the Holocaust. We don't need to sit and debate, well, what was good about it and what was bad about it. What did we get from? No, we can just say, okay, that was bad, right? We don't need to like I'm all for nuance, but those are two situations where I feel like saying it's bad is something that doesn't require a whole lot of debate, you know? Oh, I had something in my head that I want to say, and I can't say anything else until I say it. It's really, it's winding me up. It's really stressing me out. Oh, God. What is it? Does anyone remember what I was going to say? Does anyone remember what I was thinking? What was going in my head? Please, someone. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what it was. Oh, gosh, that's frustrating. Also, can I just say the restrict feature on Instagram is amazing. So many people, like, sometimes I scroll through my Instagram comments and I see so many restricted ones and just tap on them, and it's just very funny. People that continually come back to my Instagram day after day without following me just to leave a little insult. It makes me feel special. It's nice, isn't it? Like, oh, you care so much about me that you'll put in the effort to daily just have a little check so that you can say you're ugly. It's very nice. Is Corey not on, or is it me? I'm on. Have I gone off? I should be on. People be like, I'm not racist, but then fly Confederate flags because it was part of history, and it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, no, it's weird, right? Like, it's very, very strange. Slavery is bad is pretty much an ethical standard we should all be able to agree on. Yeah, you'd think so, right? You'd think it. But again, for some goddamn reason, like, some people are genuinely trying to debate how racist slavery was. Like, it's just, whoa. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, God, the Holocaust deniers. Someone denies the Holocaust? Yeah, people deny the Holocaust all the time. Where have you been? No, that's a standard classic thing. Baffling that people can do that, but hey ho, they do. Corey, you're smart. Can I pick calluses off my finger from guitar because I think I might have just done it? You can pick them off. I wouldn't recommend it. It's going to be very painful to play guitar if you've got broken skin. I pick off the calluses on my hands from where I like hold things, but it is fine because I don't break the skin. Like, I just take off the tough layer and there's a nice soft layer beneath it. Being optimistic can be good in some contexts, but maybe let's not point out the positives in slavery. Yeah, like, I feel like it, like, you know what I mean? It's odd, right? Do they teach the transatlantic slave trade in UK elementary or high school curriculum? No, I didn't get taught it, I don't think. No. Maybe. Is Corey humming Five Sauce? No, I was humming Lil Nas X's new song. Don't remember the name of it. The good one. I remember what I was going to say. I remembered it. People will come into my DMs and they'll say, you of something. They'll be like, oh, Democrats are so dumb. You're so dumb. Do your research. I'm like, do your research. I'm not a Democrat. I don't like Democrats. I'm farther left than Democrats. And also, I'm fucking British. I'm from Scotland. I'm not American. I don't live in America. I talk about American stuff a lot because you've got a lot of big dum-dums over there. But I talk about British stuff too. In fact, my most recent video up on my second YouTube channel, Still Not Corey, check it out. Link is in the description probably, is about a British thing. And then one of the other Snapchat videos I did recently is also about a British thing. Like, it's just, It is so funny. People will be so ready to be like, oh, Democrats are dumb. We hate Democrats. I am not a just because I disagree with you, it doesn't make me a Democrat. I also disagree with Democrats. I don't like them that much either. It's very funny. It's very funny to me that Americans have this... Okay, Americans have a couple things wrong with... Oh, they've got multiple things wrong with them, right? But one thing that I always run up against with Americans is they assume the entire world is America. Despite the fact that I don't have an American accent. And I'm quite clearly not American. They assume that I'm American all the time. All the time I will be assumed to be American. Even if I'm talking about something British, they'll assume I'm American. And they'll be like, oh, you Democrats this, you Democrats that. The second thing is related to what I just said. Americans also, because they've got the two-party system, only think in Democrat and Republican, right? I mean, I say Americans, right? But a lot of the Americans that have a go at me, like the Republican ones, I have to assume, right? It's always very much, oh, Democrats. Oh, Democrats hate them, this, that. Even when I'm clearly not American. And also, I would say pretty clearly not a capitalist, farther left than Democrats, right? It's just very funny. Either that or it's like, oh, liberals, oh, you liberal. And I'm like, well, okay, fine, but again, you're really... I'm so much worse than what you fear, man. Yeah, you're really... They really sell me short, you know? They're like, you're this far left, and I'm like, I feel like the American definition of socialism and of liberalism is different to ours, but I don't know if it actually is. A lot of very right-wing Americans, and bear in mind the issue is as well that in America, they are much farther right than the UK. So someone that's right-wing in the UK is gonna be somewhat left, is gonna be either center, or could genuinely potentially even left of center in the US. That is perfectly possible. They're quite a lot farther right than us. So when they think left, I'm left for the UK. So I'm scooting past where they think I am. A lot of Americans, a lot of right-wing Americans, think socialism means when the government does things. So healthcare is public healthcare is socialism. They'll say it's socialism. Basically, whenever the government does a thing, it's socialism. Which, I mean, you could say they're socialist policies, but they're very much not socialism. Had plenty of immigrants from the UK when I was in school. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. It's weird to assume that someone is an immigrant, though. Right? Again, I'm not saying that British people can't sort of live in America. It is just odd to me that regardless of the topic I talk about, whether it's a British thing or an American thing, they assume that I'm American. Which is strange to me. Very odd. Very odd to me. They assume that I live in America. And yeah, I talk about American politics. I mean, I say I talk about American politics. I talk about American people. Right? I talk about American people. Sometimes I'll touch on American politics, but I'll talk about American people. It's just, I don't think that's necessary. Or Canadians as well. Yeah, and Canadians. Yeah. No, it's just funny that they assume I'm American. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, second channel. I just uploaded a video to my second channel, which I want to talk about this. It's doing really well, which is really nice. I don't post videos from my second channel on Instagram or Twitter usually. I just let them go up, and they do well. So if you're watching that, thank you for watching videos on my second channel. It's got 6,000 subscribers right now, but the recent videos sitting at 4,000 views. Yeah, 4,000 views after a day, which is really nice. Thank you. That's very kind of y'all for watching it. And if you aren't aware that I've got a second channel, I do. It's called Still Not Corey. It'll probably be linked in the description, or you can just search it up, and you'll find it. Still Not Corey. Because while it's a second channel, it's still not Corey. It's very smart, very astute, I think. If you figured that one out. I'm closer to communism than being an American Democrat. The Democrats are center-right. What? Yeah, Democrats aren't even terrifically far left. It's very fun. It's very funny watching Americans, go nuts. Right-wing Americans go nuts about, oh, left-wing crazies. And I'm sitting here being like, wow. That is, centrist. That is, they are, boop, center here. They're not that left-wing. It's crazy. Boop boop boo 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 boop boop boo boo boo. Also the accent. Yeah, no, I mean there are. Yeah, I mean yeah. I mean it's weird. I like if I was to see an American talking about stuff, I wouldn't assume that they were British or in Britain. You know, because I feel like most British people are in Britain. That's where they are. So if you're like, if you see someone online that has a British accent, they're probably living in Britain. I would go that far. How tall am I? I'm 6'1" ish. I think. I don't know. Far Americans like to throw out terms like socialism, Marxism, communism without really understanding the terms. They're just buzzwords used for fear mongering. Yes. This is so true. I was talking to someone who was right wing the other day, like quite far right, and they were like, "Oh, this is socialism," and I'm like, "Oh, they said that Britain was a socialist country," and I was like, "Sorry, could you please explain to me what you think socialism is?" Because Britain is not socialist. They were like, no, and it took ages for them to actually give me a definition for what they thought socialism was. Turns out that they said because Britain has healthcare, and some other stuff that it's socialist. And I'm like, well, so you say that any socialist country is just one that has capitalism, but also does stuff sometimes. It's like that is baffling to me that is your definition of socialism. A capitalist country, like a distinctly capitalist country, where the government sometimes supports its people. That is baffling. You love the cat in the background. Thank you very much. Alex loves to be here. I assume I haven't asked him. You're 5'4". I'm very happy for you. Ba 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 ba. I would have never guessed Still Not Corey was not Corey. Like what? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Ba 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 boom boom. Also, hello Brad the Music Duck. You're a patron. I know that. I know my patrons. I see them. I keep an eye out for them. You know, if I see them in a dark alley at night, I see a man coming up to them in Crime Alley with a gun and trying to shoot their parents to steal their pearls. I'll stop that. Ain't none of my patrons becoming Batman. No siree. I'll stop that in its tracks. They will be bat free. When I feel like I'm losing faith in humanity, I watch H Bomber Guy, Philosophy Tube, and ContraPoints, and it comforts me. That makes sense. I really like going back to H Bomber Guy's what video is it? Oh, the Pathologic video. I like H Bomber. He's very, very good. I very much enjoy him. I love the Pathologic video. I go back to all the time. It's very good. Ba 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 ba. If you're in the YouTube chat, what are you doing? Why are you in the YouTube chat? No. Get on over to the Discord chat. The link is in the description probably. One would assume. Also, I forgot that I'm not streaming on Twitch anymore, which is unfortunate. It's a shame. I should be, but I'm not. Could I be? Maybe. Oh god, I've got so many messages. So many messages. Lol, the humming to industry baby. It's stuck in my head. It's unfortunate. It's a very good song. But Discord is where it's at, Ashton. You're gosh darn right. It's right where it's at. Have you been to Westfield in London? I had to trek all the way to Westfield in London. But it's so cool. I've never been there during the day. I've only ever been there to see a film at night. That's happened like 5 times. I've been there at night to see a film like 5 times. I've only ever been there when it's empty. It's crazy. It's full of people. Loads of stuff going on. Lots of shops. It's very nice. Very cool. Why am I looking so yellow? Hold on. Ooh, no. Take it back. Yeah. Ugh. Ooh. Hope you all enjoyed that little show. Yeah, I don't like it. It's very... Oh, that's a bit better. That's better. What is going on? Oh, my eyes. I can't see nothing. Did you know the meaning of life has meaning life's meaning is meaningless, meaning that the meaning is life and the life is meaning. I'm not gonna try and say that one again. I enjoy the YouTube chat. It seems like there's less messages throughout the stream. That is absolutely not true. That is so not true. YouTube chat is like YouTube chat gets spammed. It's not necessarily more like messages of people actually saying stuff. YouTube chat just gets spammed. Discord chat is where chat actually is. Like there's good chat in the Discord chat. YouTube chat is just spam and nothing. Nothing's going. Brainless. Just head empty. Ba 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 ba. I'm American and in the South, and I can in fact confirm that right-wing Americans don't exactly have what one would call enough knowledge to make a good argument. I think the same could be said for a lot of left-wing Americans or left-wing people. I think it's just some people don't have enough knowledge to make solid arguments for themselves, because they don't necessarily look into it. But yeah. Although I have actually seen, and it was in a video that I responded to actually, an American try and say that the South wasn't racist. I was like, well, look, I've never been there, but have a feeling that you're making that up. You're telling a little fib. And I had people in the comments, specifically from the place where this person was from, saying, I have no idea what she's talking about. It is very racist. Sorry, I don't like the color right now. I mean, this looks good. But, weird. Oh god, what a good song. Okay, how about we do some Q&A and then I'm gonna go. I know it's not been long, but I'm bored. Oh my god. Hold on, let me respond to a tweet. It's very enjoyable watching for you, I'm sure. Reasons because I video in which someone claimed that America wasn't racist. It's just so, it's like people very much like a whataboutisms, right? Like where I say America, like I respond to a video specifically where someone's like, America isn't racist. America wasn't built in white supremacy. If you say America was racist, then you hate America, right? So if I say then actually America is racist, sorry, why do you think that America is racist? Why not any of the other countries? Huh? What about all those countries in Africa? What about South America? You're never calling them racist. So why all of a sudden have you got to call America like, okay, calm the fuck down. I'm saying America's racist because you're saying it's not. If you were to go say that those other countries weren't racist and like, you know, I would, and I knew about them, I would say yes, they are. If I knew, like, if your issue is that if the people are saying about America and not the other countries, then you should say, instead, it's the same thing that, like, you know, men's rights activists do whenever anyone talks about like statistics with, you know, bad stuff happening to women. They're like, but men, and it's like, if you cared about men, maybe you'd bring this up on its own rather than only to shout down other people, right? Like, if you cared about the racism of other countries, why don't you bring it up on its own rather than shouting down other people? It's just very funny. I can never watch your streams because they're always at night for me. They're also at night for me. And it seems like you can watch it. Because you're in the stream right now. Gotta think. What days am I streaming next week? I don't know. Because I've been invited to do 2 things next week. And I think they're on Wednesday and Friday. So maybe Saturday. Maybe I will stream on Saturday. On Wednesday, I will be elsewhere. I might be at a gig, which I don't know if the tickets are still out for it, but you should buy tickets. It's the Dodie gig. You should go and buy the tickets. Very good. Where did you get the Pac-Man in the background? It was a gift. I believe it was from a shop in Dundee. You can just type in Pac-Man light and you'll probably find one. Ba 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Also, in case no one knows, individual Democrats and Republicans label themselves moderate, liberal, and conservative. etc. So the political spectrum within each of the two parties really varies a lot. That's why like you would just say like, oh, I'm a very moderate Democrat. I'm a moderate Republican. You know, so it's understandable, but it's just. Ugh. I think people place too much stock on specifics of trying to specifically define their political beliefs, because this lighting is really bothering me. What if I changed? Why am I looking so just awful colored? Maybe I'm being racist. Who knows? Yeah, but like people try so hard to define. Oh, this is what I think politically, but like your political beliefs are quite nebulous, right? We've got left and right wing to kind of categorize a very complex series of views, and no two left-wing people are going to be have exactly the same views. And like this sort of like even the two axes it's not quite enough. It's just it's oh my god, I can't believe you got a super chat for me to say that. Yeah, the axes just aren't enough. So it's interesting that people put so much stock in those definitions when really it's just to make things simpler. Okay, thank you, Just Subscribe, for the super chat. Toby has a concrete head. The super chat says, say Toby has a concrete head. It'll make my day. I hope your day has been made. I'm sorry, Toby, but you have a concrete head. I can't believe you put money on that. That is unbelievable. That is absolutely unbelievable. But the offer is open again, that if you want me to say anything, I'll say anything for a price. Man's got to feed himself, you know? I think you have ADHD, Corey. Sure, maybe. Wait, why? What did I do? What have I done? I don't remember what happened in the last 5 minutes, so you have to tell me what happens and why you think that, because I'm drawing a blank. Wait, never mind. Is that the guy from Stranger Things? Who's the guy from Stranger Things? Wait, what? Oh, in the background? No, that's Alex Bertie in the background. I'm not the guy from Stranger Things. I don't know anyone from Stranger Things. I'm not in Stranger Things. Wait. No, I'm not in Stranger Things. For sometimes, do you ever think like, oh wait, maybe, no, hold on, wait, no. Sometimes I'm like, oh wait, maybe, hold on, I need to think. But no, I was never in Stranger Things. So, no idea where I got that one from. Wait, who do you think is in Stranger Things? I don't know why I'm so stuck on this, but I do need to know an answer. Ba, 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 ba. If I wasn't with Noah, who would be my partner? I don't know. I don't know. Callum McSwiggan. Yeah, no, actually, Callum McSwiggan. That's the thing. As soon as Noah has popped his clogs, you're gonna find out that Callum McSwiggan and I have been together for a good number of years now. Like going off topic 24/7, forgetting your train of thought. That's just because I've not got a topic. Sometimes when I have topics, I'll stay on topic, but I don't have a topic right now. I'm just scooting about from thing to thing. And it's easy to lose a train of thought because it's a very small train. It's a tiny little train. No idea what I'm saying. Just chatting rubbish, as they'd say chatting shite, but you know. Ba 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 dong. I'd not be able to say something about remembering what you were going to say without remembering what you were going to say. Oh, sometimes that happens. Is there a thing today? No, I blew my thing load too early. By saying talking about slavery, unfortunately. My thing load has been blown. I need to stop with that metaphor. Why is it looking like this? Why? What is going on? Thank you for the super chat, Sophie. You didn't say anything with it, so I don't know what to say, but thank you very much for the super chat. It's very kind. Let's see. Let's try and get this. I just feel very yellow. What do you guys think? Have I ever straightened my hair? I have once. I don't think I'll do it. It doesn't really work. Also, my hair is... I was rained on today multiple times. My hair got very wet and then didn't dry, and it's just... I've been very annoyed. Ugh. Ba, 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 da, da. Hey, I just sent the $, lol. Forgot the chat thing. Thank you very much. Tell me what you want me to say. I'll say anything. I'll do it. You give me the money and I'll say the words. I'll dance like a little monkey. It's a very expensive mouse. It was a gift as well. I just smashing it. Corey, your house is haunted. That's what's going on. My house isn't haunted. There ain't no ghosts. I actually saw a really funny TikTok the other day, and I want to share it all with you. It was a white man. This is relevant. And he was saying, yeah, no, like the one reason that you know that ghosts don't exist is because if ghosts did exist, there would be a lot fewer Caucasians on this planet. Which, like, you're right. Like, if ghosts existed, there wouldn't be white people in America, probably, right? Like, just because they'd be angry about the slavery, and they'd be angry slave ghosts, and they'd, oh boy, dance, Corey, dance. No, it was a metaphorical dancing. I will say it. There we go. Look, I was dancing already. Actually, whatever. I was dancing already. Ba 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 ba. Oh my god, that song is so stuck in my head, and I can't even play it. Favorite music or band? Oh yeah, I was asked for questions. I asked for questions, and only Annalise, Katie has been doing it. So everyone else, I'm disappointed in you. My favorite music or band? I don't know. I like The Killers. I like McFly. I like Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties. I like Neck Deep. I like lots of other people. Many people. Who else do I like? Oh, I saw Kid Brunswick last night. He's very good. I like Kid Brunswick also. Oh, you didn't waste £2. It was not wasted on me. I promise I'll put that £2 to good use. Oh my god. Yeah, you can ask a science question. Am I reading any books at the moment? I'm still reading The Origins of Capitalism because I'm reading slowly. I say I'm reading slowly. I read quickly. I'm not reading. That's the issue. Have I ever tried to put a binder on to feel the pain? I think it didn't fit me. But yeah, that was it. It was just too small. What are my thoughts on amphibians? Cool, but weird, I think. Just weird animals, but they're cool. I dig them. I found a very small frog the other day. It was very interesting. It's been very rainy in London this week. Yeah, I was on the way to the gym today. I was like, I was like, oh cool, it's a very nice chill day. Nothing, like, don't need to just wear my gym stuff, walking to the gym. The minute I step out the door, it starts chucking it down with rain. The minute I step into the gym, stops. It was only raining for the time that I was walking to the gym, and I got soaked. Have I ever read or watched The Life of Pi? I've watched The Life of Pi. I enjoyed it. It's a good film. I'm glad you go by Katie now. Change your username, please. I always feel bad, right? When you read out someone's username and they're like, "Oh, you dead named me," it's like, I feel so bad and I'm sorry, but change it, please. It's like sometimes I get emails from people and they're like, "Oh, this is my email address," but then it's like, "But also this is my name and that's my dead name." I'm like, please get a new email address. Please just sign up for a free email address. It's all you got to do. Please. Bring Me the Horizon. I do like Bring Me the Horizon. I don't have a favorite movie. I like lots of movies. I like La La Land. I like Jurassic Park. I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I like all of the Marvel movies. I like lots of different kinds of films. Ooh, Knives Out. I like Knives Out too. Yeah. And I'll probably like Knives Out too. Favorite mode of transport? It's gonna be boring. I like a car. Car's a good, strong mode of transport. It feels safer, right? It feels safe. I like cars. Yeah, I'll go with a car. What's the most attractive personality trait besides an obvious one like kindness? Being fucking hilarious, obviously. Funny people are attractive. Any thoughts on the finale of the Loki series? Yeah, I knew it was coming. Like, I think it was good. I just wish there was more because I knew it was coming. And that's my own fault for knowing that's my own fault for knowing what happens in the comics. I like My Chemical Romance. Not as much as most people though, but whatever. Will there be a Sci Guys Live this week because last week didn't work out? No problem if not. No, there won't be. But we will be putting the Sci Guys Live episodes, like, I think we'll be doing our stories for Sci Guys Live and putting it on Patreon instead. So it'll be up there for the patron. So if you're a patron, lucky you. If not, I'm sorry. Turns out what happened was that I've got Virgin internet in my house, and it's the best internet. Like, we were like, okay, we're getting internet. We need to pay for the best one because it's our job to be online. You know, we need the best internet. So we got the best internet. It's never had a problem. Never had a single issue. That day, it was being all funny. It wasn't working. We couldn't get it up. And then that evening, I get a message from Virgin being like, oh yeah, there's a problem in your area, sorry. And I'm like, I was checking to see if there was a problem earlier, and you said there wasn't. And then like 3 hours later, you're like, oh yeah, there was a problem, whoops. So there was just a problem in our area, so it'll be perfectly fine from the next Sci Guys Live. My accent is Scottish. I will not be more specific. Yeah, no, as I said, there won't be another Sci Guys Live to replace the lost one, unfortunately. Maybe some other time, but not this time, just because I don't have the time. Very busy. Oh, I've ranted about how the weird relationship thing ended. It was just wrong on so many levels. I don't know why people have an issue with self-cest. It is fine. It is so fine. Like, it is so not bad. Like, it's like, unless you're like clones that were raised together, but that's only weird because you're siblings, right? Like we were talking about this kind of thing ages and ages ago. Self-cest is fine. Having sex with an alternate reality version of yourself is totally fine. Having sex with a clone of yourself, also totally fine. What makes that stuff weird is being like, so there's two things that make it weird, right? Even if you have a kid with an alternate reality version of yourself, you're basically just cloning yourself, so it's fine. But what is weird is like sibling stuff when they were raised together, or creating a child from people who are siblings. That is weird, right? Alternate reality version of yourself, who cares? It doesn't matter. You're both adults. I struggle to believe that people are actually genuinely sort of disgusted by the Loki Sylvie stuff. Like, it's really baffling to me, because it's just such a non-issue. They are only connected in that they are the same person. But no, it's so fine. If you're telling me that none of you would ever try it on with an alternate reality version of yourself, of your preferred gender, then you are lying. Absolutely lying. You would absolutely go for a version of yourself. You'd have to. They know what you like, you know? Do I have Marvel theories? I've got plenty of Marvel theories. I've got a Marvel okay. Black Widow. What I thought about, this isn't a theory, this is just how I thought the film could have been changed to make it slightly better. Slight spoilers. Oh, has people seen Black Widow? Ugh, never mind, I won't do this. I'll do it on TikTok. I mean, Loki had sex with a horse in the mythology. In the mythology, also I'm pretty sure in the comics as well. It ruins his whole arc in the TV show. His arc was not to be narcissistic anymore, but him liking himself now makes him narcissistic again. No, it doesn't. I disagree. I honestly wholeheartedly disagree. Like, if you look at it on that level, like, yes, metaphorically, it's him being narcissistic, but he has learned to care for another person. He's always cared for other people. He's cared for Thor, and he's double-crossed Thor and stuff. He cares for another person. He cares for Owen Wilson still at the end, right? To some degree. And just because that person is an alternate reality version of himself, it's not like, it's like a step in the right direction. It would be very weird if he very suddenly was like, oh, I care about people now. Like, it's only narcissism still if you look at it like they are the exact same person. But Sylvie is so different from Loki. Like, they have not had the same life since they were a kid. She's a Loki in name only. Did you see people being mad that Scarlett Johansson filed a lawsuit? I did not see people being mad about that. I just saw that it happened. Which, look, if they broke contract, then they broke contract. If they didn't break contract, then they didn't. There's not really much more to be said about it, I don't think. I've seen Black Widow and I really liked it, but the ending wasn't that good. It was weird that Black Widow ended in a way where it's like, oh, how's she gonna get out of this one? We don't see. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, like, it's weird that they set it up like, oh, how's she gonna get out of this one? And then they just didn't show it, and she just got out of it. And I'm like, oh well, I would have liked to have seen that. But okay, sure. I mean, like, whatever. I'll just come up with a reason. But like, what do you think her Nexus event was? I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's. I think it's not that important. I think it's just something that someone will write in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm being a bit cynical here, but I don't. I think it's bothered me slightly being on TikTok and seeing all these Marvel theories that are just dumb. Like, oh, this tiny little thing. And you know Marvel likes hiding tiny little details. Marvel hides Easter eggs. And they don't really hide them. There are Easter eggs in Marvel films. There's not been a massive plot line that has been expertly hidden by Marvel thus far, right? Like, there are hints and stuff, but it's never something that's like, oh, look at these like 3 individual instances of them glancing at the camera. It's people are getting a bit nuts with their theories, you know? It's just, so when it comes to like, oh, what do you think this is? I'm like, bah, oh, I don't care. Thoughts on No Way Home? Are they going to focus on too much at once? I trust them to do it well. I don't know anything about No Way Home yet. I can't pass judgment, but I'm goddamn excited. Marvel have not made a bad film yet. They haven't. Like, sure, you could say Incredible Hulk was bad. People say Thor: The Dark World was bad. Disagree. It's not the best, but it's still enjoyable. People say Iron Man 2 is bad. They're wrong. People say Iron Man 3 is bad. That's because they were sad that they didn't get the Mandarin they wanted. All of the films that Marvel have made thus far have been decent at the very worst. Black Widow is probably the most middle-of-the-road film that Marvel has made recently. Still pretty goddamn good. Like, you know. It's been revealed it's her playing with Valkyrie toys. Okay, sure. It's her playing with Valkyrie toys. That's what it was. I just don't think it doesn't inform her character. It's like, it's nothing that informed her character in the show, so I don't think it matters too much. And don't get me wrong, I love Marvel. Like, I find all of that stuff really cool and interesting, but I think the sort of like, oh, Nexus event, blah blah blah, it's whatever the writer wants it to be. And if it doesn't inform the character in any interesting way, then it's not hugely important. Nexus events are a plot device more than anything, right? Like, or a way to sort of like inform someone's character. And if they're only used just to have a variant, then I don't really care. It's boring. I don't know why it feels good to put an it might be a bit weird, but why does it feel good to put an itch under hot water? I got an insect bite on my wrist and I got hot water on it. It felt so good. You should put cold water on it. Cold water will soothe. If something feels itchy, don't scratch it. Put something cold on it. It'll take out the itch and it'll not harm your body. Do I have any plans for the weekend? Yeah, I'm going to a festival. That's it. And then I'm also gonna sit and chill out. It's almost 9 p.m. I'm leaving in 5 minutes. I'm leaving at 9 p.m. So let's finish this up, and then I'm gonna go and do my life. I'm gonna live the rest of my life. Gonna live the rest of my life without any of y'all. Who is Mr. Rat? I don't know. I actually have no idea. I'm genuinely not even kidding. I was told I wasn't allowed to know because I would leak it, which is true. I would. So I've not been told. I know who it could be, right? Like it's narrowed down to like 3 people that it could be, but I actually don't know which one it is. I have no idea, which sucks. What's my favorite Marvel movie? My favorite Marvel movie is inevitably always the one that's most recently. Usually it's whichever one has most recently come out. But let's think. So Iron Man's like my favorite character. I love Endgame. Endgame's good, but let me like. Iron Man 3 is fun. Endgame is good. Ragnarok's good. I just think they keep on getting better. I think why it's always one of the more recent ones. It's usually like the most recent big team up film because it's got the most connections to the previous stuff, and that I always find that interesting and fun. So I mean, Endgame, I guess, is my favorite. Is my favorite one. There's so many. I'm struggling to remember them all. Endgame or like, I don't know, Iron Man 3, I genuinely really enjoy. It's a very interesting and very fun film. Captain America: Civil War is good. I liked Winter Soldier also. I like them all. I don't know. Endgame. There you go. The way Endgame was directed was amazing, but I hated it because all my faves died. Well, it's gonna have to happen, right? I saw someone talking about this on TikTok. They were saying that Black Widow was fridged, and I disagree, right? Like, I don't feel like Black Widow was fridged. It just doesn't feel like a fridging to me. Like, I feel like there's this really, like, I can understand why people would feel that way. I just feel like fridging is this very specific thing where they need to be killed solely to make a male character, like, to what is it, motivate a male character. So fridging, by the way, is this thing from comics and in films where a female character is killed solely for the motivation of a male character. And like, I've seen people say, like, oh well, it made more sense for Hawkeye to die because he was at the end of his arc. It would have been a nice place to kill him off. It would have made it like, and like, oh, it motivated the rest of the Avengers, so it's fridging. But I'm like, if anyone died, it would have motivated the Avengers to go on. And even if no one had died, they would have still been motivated to go on. It would be weird for them not. It would be weird to not have a scene where they mourn her death and then are spurned on to do it, right? Like, those two things are not necessarily connected. It's not like she was killed just to give them more motivation. Like, she was killed, and it would be weird. It would be weird if there wasn't some other motivation given to those characters. Like, it would be very strange. And the whole sort of, it was better for Clint to die because it was the end of his arc. I think it would have been. I think that's exactly why it's better that they didn't kill Clint, because I feel like I genuinely enjoy sometimes when I genuinely enjoy sometimes when characters are killed in the middle of their arc. So like, it's almost unsatisfying. Also, heads up, someone in the chat just tried to tell me, just told me to kill myself, which is fucking hilarious. I genuinely don't know what people get out of that. Like, what do you think? Do you think I'm gonna, like, take a knife to my neck on stream? Do you think your little comment is gonna hurt me so much that I stay up at night and think about it? Mate, fucking think about what you say, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. Before I do block you, you can get in another one. If you want to say anything else, you can try and hurt me this time. Give it a go. Give me your best shot at hurting me. I'm going to block you anyway. So let's just see what you can do, man. Let's see what you can do. I don't understand why people, like, it's just her reason was that he had a family, but she did too. No, he had a family that he wanted to go back and see, and she had a reluctant family that hadn't been built upon in the films they hadn't been shown in the films up until that point at all. So it's not comparable, right? Like, it's not comparable at all. He's had a family that's been built up. His whole thing was like for his family, and he wanted, like, it would be really right. Obviously, she wants to be the one to die for him to live. Her motivation makes sense. His motivation makes sense. It's just a decision of who wins in that fight, right? And it's been shown time and time again that it's been shown time and time again throughout the film series that Black Widow bests Hawkeye in every fight, right? Like, I see why you could see it as fridging, but I just don't think that this instance is necessarily fridging, right? Gamora, sure, yeah, sure, but again, it's like, it sucks. It's like, it's weird, right? Because like, I feel like the issue is that so many like female characters have been fridged that now you're in a position where killing a female character to motivate someone, or killing a female character for basically, like, for a man, is inherently bad, even if it's something that serves the story really well and is tragic and like it, like, you know what I mean, and the character has done more than just exist to be killed. Gamora, on the other hand, was not handled super well. Like, her death was just there to motivate Peter, and it was like, it was not handled very well. Like, and I mean, guess it was there to motivate Nebula as well. I I wish the focus was more on Nebula than on Peter, because Peter Quill is kind of boring now, right? Like, it would have been so much better, I think, they did focus more on Nebula, to be fair. It would have been yeah, it would have been better if in the film there was a focus on Nebula, Thanos, and Gamora's relationship. And also, by the way, people say that it's so messed up that abusive relationship that Thanos had with Gamora constituted as love to the Soul Stone. I would argue that if you feel like you love someone, no matter how misguided you are, the Soul Stone will give it to you, right? The thing is that to get the Soul Stone, you must sacrifice that which you love. If Thanos is like fully believing that he loves Gamora, then that makes sense, right? Like we can all see that he is abusive as hell, and it is messed up, right? But he's genuinely so misguided and fucking nuts on this that he thinks what he has for her is actual love, right? I don't think it's validating like, oh, this is actually love. I think it's just he genuinely believes that. Yes?
Do you want anything from Sainsbury's for tomorrow?
Do I want anything from Sainsbury's for tomorrow? Please let me know.
Snacks.
Yeah, no. I'm finishing this now, so I can come with you.
Hi.
Can you wait 5 minutes? Do you want to come say hi? No.
Hello. The TV that you see yourself, that Christ sees himself, is here.
Mhm.
But you look here.
Yeah, that's I'm looking there for chat.
So odd.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. We can have another chat about Marvel. Actually, this is it. We'll have a Marvel chat next week, right? So next Saturday, unless am I doing anything on Saturday? Next Saturday.
What day is that?
The day after Oozes.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So next Saturday I will be streaming. Hello, George. You missed it. It's the end now.
George?
Yeah, George Farron.
Hello, George.
So next Saturday I will be streaming. We'll be talking about Marvel stuff. Let's have a big old Marvel blowout next Saturday. That's it. I'm done now, actually. Thank you all for joining me. I need to go to the shop now. Goodbye. Oh my god.